So our next topic, as we said, is half-life of a reaction, and from the name itself, it should be clear that it's called half-life or half-life period. It is basically the time required for the concentration of a reactant to decrease to half of its initial value, right? So this is time needed or required for the concentration of a reactant to decrease to half of its initial value. That's what half-life or half-life period is. So it is the time required for one half of the reaction to get completed. Even we can say that as well. So half of the reaction will get over. That time is called half-life of the reaction, right? So now obviously this is that situation when the final concentration is half of the initial concentration. So we have different K values, which we have seen the expressions of K in zero order reaction and in first order reaction. And we just have to do what? We have to substitute the final concentration equal to half of the initial concentration, and our job is done. That way we get the relation between K and T, and we get that T is actually the half-life of the reaction, right? So the most important part or derivation here is half-life of the first order reaction. So let's do that. Half-life of first order reaction. So as we said, the reactant has to reduce to half of its initial concentration. Now what was our, this is first order reaction. So in first order reaction, what was the expression? Expression was K is equals to 2.303 by T log initial concentration, that is this, divided by final concentration, that is this. So this was the expression. Now the same expression, as it is half-life, so we say that at half-life, that is T half, suppose we represent it as T half. So at that time, what will happen? This final concentration A will be equals to initial concentration divided by 2. Simple. So that means this K is equals to 2.303 divided by T half into log initial concentration, that is A naught, divided by final concentration, that is half of A naught. So we simplify it in two ways. First, we take this T half on this side so that we should know what is half-life actually. That is equals to 2.303 divided by K. K is rate constant into, this will become what? This will become log 2, right? And what is log 2? This is log, not ln. So log 2 means it is base 10. So that is equals to 0.3010. So now you substitute that here, and we get P half is equals to 2.303 into 0.301. So that will give you 0.693 divided by K. This is a very important result, that half-life of first order reaction is this. Now you can see here this depends on K, and half-life of first order reaction depends on concentration of the reactants. So this is the half-life. So what all conclusions we can make from this are conclusions. Let's write them. Obviously, first one, the half-life of first order reaction is independent of initial concentration. We are not saying final concentration because K depends on final concentration. So it is independent of initial concentration. Second, it is inversely proportional to K. Right? So these two are the conclusions from the half-life of this reaction, the first order reaction. And only this is important. Other reactions generally you don't get, other type of reactions you won't get, right? Even if you have to calculate any fraction, right? We have calculated half, that is 1/2 fraction of the reaction. You may get questions on first order reaction to calculate the time when the reactant will be 2/3 of its initial concentration. So just in place of half, you have to write 2/3 and you will get an equation. That is the only thing we have to do. So for example, if it is, say, that was half-life, but if it is given that you have to find the time where concentration is 2/3 of the initial concentration, right? So the initial concentration 2/3 has been 2/3 has been left, or 2/3 has been consumed. That you have to decide first. So if it is that 2/3 consumed, that means only 1/3 is left. That means concentration of A is equals to 1/3 of initial concentration. So this T 2/3, that is when 2/3 is consumed, will be equals to 2.303 divided by K if it is first order reaction into log initial concentration will be A0 and final concentration will be 1/3 of A0. So this will be equals to 2.303 divided by K into log 3, and log 3 is 0.4771. So you just have to substitute that. Log 3 to the base 10 is 0.4771. These are some common logs which we should know, right? So half-life questions also we can solve, and we can also solve questions where it is not half but some other fraction of the initial concentration. So that's all about this chapter, that is the chemical kinetics. I'll see if there are some more topics in this, we'll cover in the next class. For the time being, this chapter is over. Only numericals are left, which we'll try in the next class. Any doubt, anyone has any doubt, you can ask. If not, I'll end the session. And this half-life is important, and with similar approach you can also find half-life of second order reaction or zero order reaction.